This is the first BVL studio we are coming up with, and our guest tonight is Nandan. Uh, Nandan, the introduction we'll do it later probably, and welcome to BVL first. And
Thank you.
It's like 3 years ago, I remember you invited me for a fireside chat in your Bangalore event. And I remember on the same day, I got like 25 sponsors for the BVL team. So that's how my liking towards you started growing. And so happy that finally you are here.
No, it's great
so
to be here.
we have been here for last 8-10 hours in the ground with the dust, had community meal. So how have been your experience so far?
So happy to be here. You've told me a lot about it. I've watched videos. I followed you for so long, but I think nothing like being here in person and experiencing it. Just how much effort goes into it is obvious, but also how much joy the children are getting. So it's an incredible enterprise you've brought together. So much of the spirit of sport comes through, and I think it's really a joy for me to be here and to be soaked in this environment.
Thank you so much. You have been part of the Indian sports ecosystem, right from like framing policies to helping institutes set up their sports ecosystem. And probably I don't think you were somewhere directly associated with any grassroots event. So what are 3 things which is you find very different in BVL?
So for me, grassroots is an essential part of the ecosystem. Most people, when you ask them about sport, everyone thinks about medals and winning international events. But even every international player has started somewhere. So grassroots is essential to the way an ecosystem grows. What is different about BVL is just the spirit with which all of you have pulled this together, of the extent people have gone to make sure kids can play some sport. Where other people see obstacles, I think you've seen an opportunity. The amount of volunteerism, where you've made sure that the community itself invests in the project, right? So for the community, it's a great joy to give children and the next generation of any community a chance to play something. Building a network of events like this gives people that chance. So that's also a very unique step, where you are not trying to organize everything, but you're actually opening up what I call an open source model.
Yes.
It's not like you're writing the software and everyone has to comply with it.
Right.
You have created the model and inviting people in. And I think that's the beauty of this system, where all of us are great spectators of sport, but to become a participant, to actually step into the field, not just playing, but also doing the things that are necessary to get other people playing. I think that's the unique bit for me, very special to see that, and in flesh and blood to see what you have created, what I've heard of for so many years now.
Thank you so much. And today, while going out for a walk and having tea there in the village, you asked me what is the total expense of organizing this Super League, where 1,000 people have community meal and they stay here, come together. And when I say that it's like just 10-15 lakhs, and he was very surprised. So do you think that this is the right way of going, like engaging the community and keeping it very low cost, or should we think of something, giving better facilities to our kids, like bringing this league to the towns and making them stay in hotels? What do you think about? Should we keep it as grassroots as it is, as raw, or should we try to like take them to the cities and all?
I think what you're doing is has its own space and time, and just focusing on what you're doing and to keep that spirit going. Many other things will grow as, you told me that people in Odisha are starting Kalinga League. So,
yes.
See, not everyone needs to burn a full fire. Sometimes you have to light a spark.
Right.
And the fire will come from that spark. What you're doing is beautiful. No reason to change it, I believe. The importance of going as close as possible to where journeys begin, sporting journeys, and creating that pathway to get started. I'm very sure that people who start here have very interesting journeys. Whether you play sport or not, you've participated in sport early in your life, and that gives you a certain level of skills and ambition, but also identity. Whether you become a great volleyball player or in any other sport, still you've had that experience as a child, and I think that is impossible to replace. I would say there's a purity and beauty with what you've created. No good reason to change it. I'm sure there are other people who can take on other responsibilities to take this to large cities, to take this to other states. Once you build something special, that becomes a lighthouse for other people to be guided by as well. So.
Thank you so much. This coming from you actually reassures our confidence in keeping the model very simple. And if you see, like, we don't have big banners here, no stage. This is the where we sit, and the main idea is to help the kids play. They are the first. So I hope, but there are certain things like volunteering is fine at the grassroots, but we would be requiring your help because you have professionals in sports. Where how do we strengthen our documentation? How do we reach out to more people so that they contribute and we reach spread volleyball, spread sports to like nook and corners of the country, like villagers where there is no sporting activities. We reach there with 2 balls. Now the village, this team is participating. Their name has come in the newspaper. Last one day you were here. That we should modify, or we could have done it better.
No, there's nothing obvious to modify, but it's also a great opportunity for me when you're bringing all of these kids together, to give them something also beyond the opportunity to play. Is there some way in which you can bring them to understand how to warm up, how to so bringing some standardization into the experience where they go away having learned something. Maybe the coaches who also come here get a little bit of your mentorship. I'm sure you do that throughout the year, but this also becomes a place where you can come and up your standards, up your thought process. Even how do you warm up for a volleyball match? Do you, I mean, just bringing those small modifications in, but also, I mean, it's very obvious that so much talent is there. Every single team has, you can see 2-3 people. I'm not a volleyball specialist, but there is a spark in a few of them. So even beginning to collect that data, starting to mark out the special players, and taking them maybe on a slightly different pathway as you go, is a wonderful opportunity, because you're seeing so much talent, and as talent comes to one place, the things you can start doing with that talent. I mean, you have 400-500 top players of the state, and that from that 400-500, maybe there are 40-50 who deserve a big step up, and this becomes a place where a lot of those conversations can begin. Some of those journeys can also be specially like spotted among the special players.
Right. And my takeaway would be like conducting some coaches clinics around the Super League. When all are there, then we can spend 2-3 hours to bring about some changes and what is happening worldwide.
No, and it could be like, I mean, you get so many visitors, right? International players, so many have come, and just having a small clinic with them and watching them, like how do you set, how do you spike? I mean, I know those are, but just seeing sometimes for young kids to see the greats of the world in action. I mean, you've shown volunteership. There's so many people who will be willing to come and add their bit, right? So, I mean, I'm happy to help with documentation, but so many people who will be happy to do maybe a small coaches clinic, and that value continues throughout the year, right? For the people who come.
I got this up, and we will definitely start, because tomorrow all international players are coming in, Arjun Awardee and Asia's best player. So we'll start with probably them tomorrow itself.
You never know. Maybe we can start there. Because I mean, I work a lot with a lot of the elite athletes, the top who have played for India, international. All of them talk about one incident that actually lit the what is called ignition. Some spark in them grew, and sometimes it's just seeing an international athlete play. Some of them in badminton said they saw someone win a tournament and come in the jeep. You saw someone being respected by the community, and so even giving small of those types of opportunities for inspiration. Competition is one thing and to do well, but even something maybe different where someone's story is told, these kids get to interact with someone who's had a special experience. You never know what you just have to create that environment, something else happens.
We need to start. We'll definitely start, and thank you so much. This is some kind of an experiment from our side. And we are so happy that we found you here, right here in Borbori village in Nolbari. I never thought Nandan will come here and spend the time.
Once you invited,
so happy. Thank you so much. Guide us, and we will keep in touch and help us to spread the word, and so that next year more guests come and they see, and finding you here among all the children, they get encouraged. And thank you so much.
But more than that, thank you for doing this. So you're doing a service. Very important public spirited service.
Thank you. I'm very fortunate to get help from all our grassroots volunteers. They are very passionate. They love the game. Because of them, probably the entire initiative is.
Yeah, no, I've been here 8-10 hours. Have gone by so quickly. So that speaks for itself. So.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And
thank you. If at all in the long run, if these programs become very popular, we will say that Nandan was the first guest. Thank you so much, Nandan.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All
Thank you.
Thank you.